All right, evening everyone. So there you have it. It is the 19th of March, and we are, for you anyway, officially shut. So thank you for those of you that I saw today. Hopefully you've been able to kind of get all the work that you needed, and you've got it at home or kind of safe somewhere, so you've got it to access. And thank you especially if you sent anything to anyone else who hasn't been able to get in. Do appreciate that. Just a very short one for me tonight, and it's for everyone, so this is to the lowers and to the uppers as well, just so that we've got a bit of a catch-all. Currently, we don't know the situation in terms of final assessments. The word from the government is that we will have some more information tomorrow. We have a whole school staff meeting tomorrow morning, so I might know a little bit more from then as well, which some point which I will share with you in one way or another. I'll either email it or I'll do another little vid like this so that you know what's going on. But we just wanted to say that because we haven't been able to see all of you, how incredibly impressed we've been with all of your hard work throughout this year so far. To the lowers that have come in, worked on a new spec with Chris and I, not that you knew that, but it was new to us, and different units that we've never taught before, and prepping for the exam. We all think that you've done an incredible job, and some of the work that you've produced has been outstanding. To the uppers that have carried on and performed from last year and taken that on, really well done. Some lovely stuff, some really beautiful stuff that you've done in Blender. Chris and I have been so impressed with your 3D work this year, and it is no glib response to say that it is the best that we've ever seen. It's by far kind of gone on leaps and bounds, mainly because of the wonderful teaching that Chris does. But you've got all that you need in terms of how we're going to deliver stuff. You know that we will do videos like this so that you've got some idea of what's going on. We've gone through the units and for the upper sixth anyway, of what we need to cover. For the lower sixth, we'll do a similar one soon, and we've got some bits and pieces going out for the software that you're working on, whether that's Blender, Stencil or Unity. And like I said in the email today with the links to Chris and my YouTube page, feel free to look at all of the videos. Just because we're sending it out to lower sixth or we're sending it out to upper sixth, if you want a bit of a dive back into Stencil, then go for it. If you want to look at some of the new software that you might be working with next year, if you're a lower sixth, then go for it. The world is your oyster at the moment because you can play around with whatever you can play around with. One thing that I just wanted to go through and just show you is this. So you've now all had an invite to Microsoft Teams. Lowers, you had this a while ago, so this isn't anything new to you, but the upper sixth would have got this today. All it is Microsoft's version of Moodle, really. So we can do submissions on here, we can do resources and things like that. We probably won't. The only reason that we would do that is if Moodle stops working and there's no one in college to fix it. The reason that we've set this up is if I just go into, I think it was group 1 from the upper sixth earlier. Give me a second. There we go. All right. So the reason that we've put this into place is that if we do a Q&A, and thank you very much for Toby and some of the others who have been putting in some random emojis to each other. If we do a Q&A, or we do a live lesson, or we do something where Chris and I might be kind of online with you at the same time, we can use this function to have a live chat. Please be sensible with it. We will need to kind of moderate your comments or whatever you're putting up there. We're going to use it for college work. We're going to use it to improve what you're doing and to take any questions. So just keep that in mind. But that's what that's for. So you'll have an invite for that in your inbox. It's really easy to set up. You don't have to download any of the software to your desktop if you don't want to. You can do it all within the browser. And if you need to find it, then it's just in the waffle. All right, so go into your emails, go to the waffle, and it will be under there. It's called Teams. Okay, so we might use that. That's something brand new that we've not really used much before, so we will see how we go. Other than that, it's a case of stand by your beds and watch your emails. Remember, please, what I've said. Check your emails every day. Check them twice a day. That doesn't mean that Chris and I are going to email you twice a day. It just means that if we do, or if we've emailed you kind of overnight or anything like that, that you will see it as soon as you possibly can. Okay, so please keep that in mind. like I say, once we know any more about final assessments for this year and how that might affect kind of your progression for the upper sixth into university, for the lower sixth, maybe not quite as a worry from kind of lower sixth to upper sixth, but once we know any more information about that, then when we can, we will share it with you. So please don't worry, we will get that through. You may have seen as well that I've pro-monitored everyone today with just what we're trying to do, what we're trying to set up. So parents were included on that. So hopefully any parents or guardians that were worried about how we were going to deliver things have had that message as well. But please share these videos with them. They're absolutely fine to watch them through. If they're concerned, if they're worried, then they can see kind of us face to face, and you have our emails. If they want to email us to kind of get any info about how they can help support you, then that's absolutely fine. That's not a problem at all. Even down to things like if anyone was thinking of buying a laptop or buying a desktop and they haven't yet, and that might help kind of do the work that you're planning to do, then email us some specs, email us some things that you've been looking at, and we'll let you know how that might work. That's absolutely fine. Don't mind doing that at all. So that's it for me today. Nothing more to say than that, but just well done. Well done for all of the work you've done. Thank you very much for all of the support that you've given us throughout this year in different ways that you've done. Work through those piles of shame if you've got any. I think I'm going to start with Days Gone. That's mine. It seems quite apt. Zombies, maybe it's insensitive, I don't know, but hopefully you've got some. For those of you chomping at the bit for Animal Crossing or Doom Eternal, let us know what it's like. Give us a shout, and we'll put some messages up at some point if we can, maybe on here, so that we can see what everyone's playing. All right, stay safe, stay well, and we will speak soon. See you later, everyone.